In a world full of Dungeons & Dragons content, Jamazing presents a new way of playing the classic tabletop game. Welcome to DM Roulette, a game where the players rotate who the Dungeon Master will be each month. No need to sift through countless episodes to figure out what's going on here. Each adventure will begin and end in 3 parts. And don't you worry, the beloved cast of characters will stay consistent from adventure to adventure, unless they die. So, without further ado, let's start the next episode of DM Roulette.
You're good to start us off.
Hello, everyone. And welcome to episode 2 of this campaign, the campaign that I'm running. Last time, the adventurers were recovering from their previous adventure when they stumbled across a goblin lawyer who was interested in contracting them to deliver a summons to court to an old friend of this party, the Countess Verona of Zerovia. But before he was willing to impart the missive in question, he wanted to assure himself that the adventurers were capable. So he had a band of mercenaries attack the adventurers, but they were quickly and easily repulsed. The adventurers proved triumphant, and so they were entrusted with the letter to deliver to the Countess and a promise of gold for their troubles. Before the adventurers were able to depart, though, they were in fact contacted by the Countess herself, who summoned them directly to Zerovia by means of teleportation, and told them that she had a very special mission for them herself. And I believe that's where we left off. Does anyone else have anything that they feel was important that I missed, or...
I believe it was like 3,000 gold pieces each.
Yeah, that sounds
Point of order.
totally wrong. Yeah,
We definitely got more than originally.
Yes, you did negotiate negotiate the goblin up. That is true. But
$3,000 each.
Yeah. So we left off with you seated around the Countess's giant mahogany table. She's presiding at the head, and her last words to you were, "I assure you that my task is infinitely more important than the avaricious machinations of a gluttonous goblin."
That sounds reasonable. You seem like a more important person than he did.
I'm glad that you're not
Just
murdered,
remind me-
Countess.
We were just supposed to deliver something to her, right?
That's right. So the goblin head was representing a consortium of agricultural producers who wanted to sue the Countess, essentially, for unfair business practices. But every time that he dispatched a courier or an articling student or someone to send the notice, they would not return. So he was having difficulty completing that portion of the legal process.
And we got like a signature scanner machine, right?
That's right. It had to get notarized that she received it. Mm-hmm. So it had to be done in person. It couldn't just be dropped like at her doorstep. But one of his erstwhile employees developed this magical device that would allow the notarization to take place by means of summoning an imp from the 9 hells who would witness and administer the notarization and then disappear. And he could be recalled. It could be recalled to testify as required that the delivery occurred. So the goblin gave you that device as well as the letter that you were supposed to give the Countess.
And first and foremost, Countess, I'd be happy to do a job for you. I'd be happy to enter your employ, but I have this job I have to complete first. So if you don't mind, if you could sign to acknowledge that you've received this mail, and we'll have this imp witness, and then we can do your job.
Imp witness.
Very well.
Standard imp witnessing.
Do you have a pen?
Do I have a pen, Countess? Choose your color. All my pens in a nice arrangement.
So she will select one of the pens, and if you slide the letter over to you, she will sign it with a flourish.
Wait, don't we need to summon the imp first so that he can witness?
Ah, that's true. So, whoever has the device? Whoever
Probably
it is.
Peter, I think.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know if
think
someone
so.
specifically took it or not, but I'm fine with saying I had it unless somebody says they took it.
Okay, perfect. So basically what it was a set of metal plates. So when you slide the document, the letter, in between the metal plates, there will be a sulfurous puff of black smoke, and a small imp with spectacles and an ill-fitting suit will appear, and he will push his little glasses up, and he will wait expectantly. The Countess will sign with the pen you give her, and the imp will clap its little hands, and the discs will press themselves shut. There'll be a sort of a steaming sound and smell. The discs will pull apart, and you'll see a seal is now on the letter with the imp's face on it and some writing in abyssal.
Oh.
And then the imp will disappear, and that's that.
I think here's this saying infernal, because I can't speak abyssal.
What do you say?
I just goodbye. Thank you for your service. And also, I really want one of these. So nice, guys. Did you see that? Look at the seal.
I
Whoa.
trust that we can proceed to something that actually matters.
Well, Countess, actually, there's one more piece of business that we must attend to. You see...
Isn't there always?
Minos is going to pull out the Blackthorn Trust, which is broken into a bunch of tiny pieces.
I'm so sorry, Countess. I didn't mean to break it, but there was a giant flying purple beaver that cast a death ray on me, and then I just appeared in a room, kind of like this one, and it was kind of nice. I had a bit of a nap, and then... But I really didn't mean to, and I know that you entrusted this in me, and I'm so sorry.
And he'll hand all the pieces to the Countess.
She will take them and kind of smack her lips in, not quite disgust, mild annoyance maybe, and then just brush them away with her hands and say, then the trust has fulfilled its purpose. Unfortunately, an artifact like that is next to impossible to replace. So you'll forgive me if I cannot provide you with a replacement.
Well, I didn't want a replacement. I just wanted to be upfront with you, because I respect you and I'm glad that you're not dead.
Well, I appreciate your respect, and I am glad you are not dead because I need something from you.
Oh, wow, that's a really nice thing to say. Thank you, Countess.
And if you were dead, it would be much more difficult to get it.
What do you need?
You'll remember the last time you were here, in my study to be specific. We talked about a portrait that depicted an old family legend. Do you remember the details?
There was a son and some children. 3 children?
Yes.
That's what I remember.
Was someone
You mean-
Strahd?
I recall the details quite vividly, but perhaps you could remind the rest of the group here.
That's true. I don't remember anything.
All that matters is that in every legend there is always a kernel or two of truth. Of the 3 children, you will remember that I am one, and I have a brother and a sister. Together we are triplets. We were separated at birth for our own safety. Unfortunately, I have been unable recently to ascertain the location of my sister, Nadia. To say that this is unusual is an understatement. It has never happened before. Yet she is not dead, I know that much for certain. I want you to find her and bring her back to me. That last part is key. She may be hesitant to have a reunion. But clearly her convent cannot confer the safety on her that they once did. I can.
Why would she not want to come back?
Unfortunately, her priorities and mine are somewhat divergent. She feels a misplaced sense of loyalty to her congregants.
So you want us to kidnap your sister from a nunnery?
I want you to relocate her to the safety of the manor. If she were at the convent, it is likely I would sense her. Their power is not great enough to obscure her from me. My guess is that she has been moved, against her will, somewhere else.
Do you have any idea where that could be?
I do not. Trust me, if I did, I would have taken care of this matter personally. So I will send you, with your permission, if you accept my terms, to the convent, the last place she was, and using your peculiar talents, hopefully you will pick up the trail, find my sister unharmed, and bring her back here to the manor.
I mean, we've all gone and joined a cult, drank the Kool-Aid and such, and she's just lucky to have a sister like you to pull her out. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah. So can you tell us more about this cult?
My sister leads a congregation that worships the splendorous light, a universal force of good that defies any sort of description. To them, it is the ultimate force behind all the gods. An energy that takes its form in everything that exists. She believes herself to be capable of receiving messages from this light and communicating those messages to her congregants, and they believe her to be a channel vital to their welfare. Which makes her disappearance all the more unusual. They would not have parted with her willingly. I believe they would have laid down their lives to the last man, woman, or child to protect her and keep her where she was.
Well, it sounds like there's some psychedelic drugs involved. So let's just put on our thinking hats, and I think if we think together, we can figure out where this trip leads.
Not every religion involves as many psychedelic drugs as you think so, B.
Well, I mean, she does sound like the hippie reject sister of the trio, so just saying, we've all been there, right?
Well, I like the power
No.
of good and light. That sounds like a good place. But
And
no,
Minos,
if they're
you must
not
have-
strong enough.
You must have had some herbs in your time.
Oh, are you talking
ever
about giggle grass?
That's
still have
exactly what I
some.
was talking about.
This might not be the best time, though, B. Maybe after this quest, though.
Yeah, we'll keep quiet. Peter, you're not a cop, right? Like, you have to tell us if you're a cop.
You don't know my job by now? B!
I mean, you gotta
Let's take a
bet.
turn.
There's some people so deep undercover that we just don't know. Anywho, you're talking about terms and conditions, but you've laid none out.
I've told you what I want. What do
Yeah.
you want?
Rocket, I believe that's you.
Thank you. That's my cue. 3,999 gold per adventurer, I believe, is the deal that we struck.
Very well.
Too easy.
Good job, Rocket. You're so good at this.
What went wrong? I had backup beat
You will have to leave immediately. This is an urgent matter.
Up front.
Payment will be upon delivery of my sister unharmed, or at least alive.
Do we have to go
Here,
find
here.
another goblin for you to cast your spell?
Well, if you happen to have one, it would save me. They don't grow on trees, you know.
Goblin trees?
You don't happen to have a set of like enchanted handcuffs that might assist with the rescue effort?
No, the handcuffs I have would not be suitable for use on my sister.
Wink.
Then I take it you're ready to depart?
Do you
Let's
have like a
go.
snack for the road or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty tired after that last battle.
If you would like to eat, I can have something prepared in the kitchen for you.
Boy, that would
be
be very
lovely.
kind.
Would that potentially restore spell slots or anything of the sort?
I'm sure you will find it more than adequate to your needs. I take it none of you have objections to long pig. I have an excellent roast I've been meaning to enjoy.
The kosher?
Certainly not.
As long as there's no red dye number 7, I do have a severe allergy to that.
Oh, I assure you, it's very organic.
Excellent. It's not anaphylactic or anything. It just, it really clouds me up.
Excellent. Well then, dinner is served. And she will gesture, and a cloche will appear in the middle of the table. Quite long, about 6 feet long.
Wow.
She will gesture again, and it will be lifted off. And there will be a roast meat that is laid out in strips. 2 at the bottom, a bigger piece in the middle, 2 at the sides, and then 1 on the very end. Sort of a circular lump. It smells delicious. It's well spiced and clearly freshly cooked. Plates will appear in front of each of you along with cutlery.
Minos
The
digs in
Countess, however, will
instantly.
not have.
Yeah, so I see no reason not to. Dinner time.
Dee will stand behind her table waiting for the Countess to join us, as is polite.
She is the one person who does not have a plate appear in front of her. She drinks instead from a black goblet.
But does she sit?
Yes, she never moved, in fact. She has always been sitting at the head of the table.
Ah, excellent. Okay, Bee will sit.
Let me know when you have eaten your fill.
Keep it coming. You just keep it coming.
4 hours later.
An eternity later.
At times like this, I wish I could eat.
Aww.
So the
It's
more
okay,
you
Arjun.
the more you eat, the hungrier you get. Until you find yourself abandoning cutlery entirely and just thrusting handfuls of the meat into your mouth directly. Eventually that becomes too difficult to restrain, and you just plunge your faces directly into what little remains of the roast on the table. Hopping up onto the table as necessary, depending how big you are. Stripping the meat to the absolute bone. And all of those who partook will receive a long rest.
Oh, cool.
Hey. Bee was really trying to hold back. She was in her mind, she was judging whether the Countess was making a fat comment, like eat to your fill, and so she's like eating a small piece, and then just completely went for it.
When you look at the remains of your dinner, you can clearly see 2 femurs, a set of ribs, a humanoid skull, and the bones of a human arm, ulna, and so forth. So I will need you to roll a Constitution save, please, for those who ate.
Oh,
What if we didn't even notice?
Still eating.
Or care.
Roll roll a perception check, and if you fail, then you did not notice.
Okay. Come
Meat
on,
has
low.
bones in it.
Damn
All
it.
meat has bones
Minus
in it.
the one time I need you to not pay attention. Save con. Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay. So you're able to keep down your dinner. Actually, everybody is. Oh, you fucking savages. All right, well, fair enough.
Not Beast's first time eating a man.
So, though the gorge begins to rise when you realize you've eaten something humanoid and probably sentient, you are able to justify it, I guess, on the fact that you were innocent at the time, and you retain the benefits that you receive and suffer no ill effects. As you are distracted, sort of eating, and then coming to the realization of what you've eaten, a serving platter, again with a cloche, floats into the room in front of the Countess. She opens it, and the room is filled with smoke. More smoke than could possibly be normally contained under a cloche like that. Thick, heavy, and obscuring smoke. Such that you can't even see the hand in front of your face, let alone the people beside you or across from you at the table. All you hear is the Countess's voice in your ear, as if she's standing right beside you and leaning in, and whispers, "Safe journeys, and remember, breathe through your mouth." In a whirlwind of colors, sounds, and textures, your world fractures and then reforms, the smoke clearing to reveal a cozy-looking alpine town, overlooked by a lonely stone building perched high on a large hill in the center of the village. A lone raven watching you, caws once and then flies off into the distance. The town consists of large log buildings constructed so close together that they almost touch. Each is topped with a dusting of pure white, freshly fallen snow. A group of tall, pale, blue-eyed humans, draped in leathers, trimmed with furs, turn to regard you with open curiosity, but no apparent hostility.
Oh, hello. I'm Minos.
Well, hello there. Minos, is it?
Yeah, what's your
Welcome to our
name?
town. My name is Liam.
Oh, hi, Liam. What?
He
What
will
is
shake your... Oh, stick out his hand, I guess, and
Yeah.
if you reciprocate, he will shake.
Yeah, Minus will shake his hand, I guess.
What is this town?
This is the town of Köln.
Yes. We're looking for someone.
Well, it's a small town. I'm sure I can point you in the right direction.
Yes.
Do you know who you're looking for?
We
I
should have asked
do.
more questions.
We're looking for Nadia. She was probably at the nunnery up until recently.
When you mention the name Nadia, his eyes immediately fill with tears, and his face goes even whiter than normal, almost as white as the snow on top of the roof of the buildings. But before he can answer, there is a wail of grief that reverberates across the town.
I take it you're not part of the cult also?
My gosh.
Stop calling it a cult. They're not going to
I-
let you in.
If it is Nadia you seek, I fear you are too late. But your answers will lie atop the hill at the convent.
Oh.
Okay,
Whoa.
this is really sad.
Why is everyone sad?
Because we've had our hearts torn out. We've had our souls ripped from our bodies and left alive in agony.
Do you mean
Well,
that literally? We've had issues with.
Yeah,
people
you look
meaning things like that
great.
literally.
Yeah, you know, there's an ointment for that.
All the meaning in our lives is gone. It's like the sun has gone below the hills and will never be seen again.
Oh, there's also a pill for that.
There's no
Whoa.
pill that can cure what we are suffering from.
Is it the
Tell us.
loss of Nadia?
Yes,
What was Nadia to you?
Nadia was the presence of everything good and right in the world. When you were with her, everything made sense. Everything was okay. Nothing bad could touch you. Now she's gone.
Oh, guys,
What
I was wrong. Guys, I was wrong. She is in the cult.
I don't
Sounds like
know.
there's
That is in the
some Nadia business.
All I know is she's gone. We felt it the moment she was taken.
Did you see her get taken?
No. She ne'er leaves the convent. If she was taken, it would be from there.
When did you feel this? When do you think she left or was taken?
Can't be more than a day or two, to tell you the truth. And already things have gotten colder. The sun sets sooner. People are getting sicker, weaker. The food doesn't taste right. The air is stale. Nothing's good anymore. It's like everything that we loved in the world is slowly being leached away, bleached in front of our eyes.
Well,
Oh.
I guess we should go to the convent and see if we can find anything.
Minos gonna do like a cute little like push on this guy's shoulder and be like,
Oh, cheer up. I'm sure everything will be fine.
I don't
here.
share your optimism, friend, but maybe your coming is the gods finally answering our prayer. Maybe you will save Nadia and bring her back to us.
We're certainly going to go
Mhm.
looking for Nadia.
Yep, we're gonna go find her, all right.
Well then, gods be praised. You couldn't have come at a better time, and I wish you all the speed in the world. I don't know how much longer we can survive like this.
Well,
Yeah.
you're very, very helpful. Thank you. We'll just head on up the hill then.
Probably for the best. Take care.
Stay safe, villagers.
As we're walking away, like Liam.
Liam and two other guys.
Liam is definitely in the cult, guys.
I don't
As
think
you begin...
No, you go. Go
Sorry,
for it.
did you...
I was gonna make a joke.
Okay. Well, you can make a joke.
You drank the Kool-Aid.
No, it's too late. I'm not interested.
As you begin the path to the Hilltop Abbey, you notice collections of votive candles, flowers, and colorful jars at regular intervals along the winding path. Kneeling at several of these collections are men and women, faces streaked with cold tears, eyes red but firmly closed, fervently murmuring to themselves. At the very top of the path, the doors to the abbey are swung open despite the crisp evening air. People move in and out of the church, sometimes in pairs or small groups, sometimes alone, all sniffling and muttering sadly among themselves. A golden-eyed girl in a plain, unmarked white robe spots you and leaves the group she was conversing with. She heads towards you and offers you a hesitant smile. Strangers, welcome to the Abbey of the Splendor of the Eternal Light. I trust your journey was not difficult or long, for I fear it was in vain. Our saint is gone. Taken! Someone corrects her from near the church.
B is definitely, before she gets there, she's gonna try and mimic the dress attire, so like the robe, but it's still gonna have the like best moms are like buttons printed very clearly on the front. So like I'm blending in, guys. I can infiltrate the cult.
Well, you don't need to worry. Our journey was neither long nor perilous. Quite easy and short, actually.
And we are here to help.
Did you say that she was taken?
Yes. She would never have left us, willingly. Word came to the convent in the dead of night that a silly child had been injured while exploring the Forbidden Manor, too injured to be moved, on the very brink of death. Of course, one of our priestesses left immediately to attend to the poor foolish child, but she never returned either. The Blessed Mother sought truth from the light and was granted a vision that our sister was still alive, but trapped in the manor. So our beloved mother went to aid her, but she too has now been swallowed by that accursed place. And if the purest of us cannot stand against such foul darkness, what chance have the rest of us?
Amen, sister.
So we're looking for a mother, a sister, and a child.
I mean,
That seems really straightforward. We know where she is and everything.
yeah, I mean, I'm from a different sect of this group, but what is the basis of your sect religion? Give me more about the background. Like what are your beliefs?
Well, we believe that the light is present in everything. That it is what animates and unites all of creation, from the highest of gods to the lowliest bug or piece of dirt. It's by uncovering the light within ourselves that we can finally forget our separateness and become one.
I mean, amen. Us too. Just making sure we're all on the same page. What do you mean become one?
That our differences will dissolve, and we will unite as this primal energy, the primordial essence that began us, and to which we will return when we are finished.
Spiritually, of course.
Spiritually, physically, there's no difference.
There's a concerning difference.
The
Yes.
difference is
Has
illusion in your mind.
Has anybody returned to the essence lately?
No.
Or is this like you need 10 Hail Marys before you get to turn into the primordial essence?
You must know you have a soul in there someplace, right?
There is no one path. For each of us it is different, because each of us is the light expressing itself differently.
Okay, so qualitative assessments. Okay, I understand. Well, I mean, yeah. Are there any tips for where this manor is, or anything we should know about it?
Why is it forbidden?
The manor is a cursed place. It always has been since the general died all those many years ago. It's not
What?
far from the village, but it is well hidden. I can explain to you how to get there.
How is it cursed?
His family, you see, they all died there. A terrible accident. A fire. And that was after a plague ripped through the household as well. They couldn't overcome terrible luck. And luck like that doesn't come from nowhere. It had to be a curse of some kind, a darkness that took root and fed. And maybe it's still there, starving and seeking out its next meal. And maybe it found its next meal in our mother.
Well, I mean, it sounds like there's a child and a priestess that they have to get through first. So your light's probably fine. Who are the people?
Who are the people? Which
Yeah,
people?
the people who died. You said there was
The
a
gen-
family.
Yes,
general.
the general and his wife, their children, their attendants, servants, and so forth, and his advisor.
And their names?
General Montarthus is the name of the man. His wife was Gertrude Montarthus. I can't remember the names of the children or the servants. This was all almost 100 years ago.
And were you alive at that point?
Certainly not. Surely I don't look so bad as all that.
You have an eternal glow about you.
Oh, well, that's very kind. No, this was many generations before me.
Beale kind of turned back and like rolled her eyes gently, and kind of like signal someone else talk.
You said that they were called to a child that was hurt. Are there any child missing in the town?
No, everyone's present and accounted for.
So how did they find out about this injured child?
Someone delivered a message.
Which carrier service?
No,
Blasphemy.
it wasn't through a letter or anything like that.
How was it delivered?
A person. One of the villagers came and gave us the message.
And what did they describe? What was the message?
Just that a child had entered the manor, cried out, and was injured, couldn't be moved. That help had to be sent right away.
Who was the villager that delivered the message?
Arnick.
And like, does he live nearby? Is he? Could you
Yes.
tell me what his address would be?
Certainly. He lives in the... He's a couple houses from the bottom of the hill. 3 doors to your left.
Those are all the questions I have. If anyone else has any questions.
You were going to give us directions to the manor?
Certainly. It'll be easier if I write it down for you. And she will reach inside her robe and pull out a piece of paper and a wax pencil, and she'll do a very sort of rough sketch of this is a tree representing a forest, and this is a semicircle representing a mountain, and then she will draw a little path. And what it appears is that it's a very well screened sort of location, so it's not far, but it would probably be very difficult to stumble upon accidentally. There's not a path or a road to it. You have to really know where you're going. Otherwise, you'd just be wandering through the woods hoping to stumble on it.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yes, she'll hand it to you. Pleasure's all mine, but you mustn't go. So many lives have already been lost there. If someone chosen by the light itself can't survive, what hope do these folks have? No offense. I'm
That's
sure
quite
you're
right.
just great.
We've been hired to do a job.
Hired? By someone in the village?
No, by someone outside of the village. They want to keep an eye on your saint.
But who outside of the village even knows about her? Or about us?
John takes a big drink.
We don't usually give away our employers. But
I don't
have
mean
no
to
fear.
pry. I
Well,
apologize.
we do want to get her back safely.
As long as you bring her back, that's all we care about. It doesn't matter who or why. I wish you the best of luck. But be very, very careful. I would hate to have to send someone out after you.
Are you?
Consider sending a wood chopper. They tend to go well.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Is she challenging us? Is she threatening us?
You are getting the wrong vibe from this.
What is this bitch doing?
Beatrice has been on edge this whole time. She knows those sweet-talking cultists.
As far as you can tell, she is concerned for your safety.
Okay, thanks.
Is there anything that Nadia would have on her person at all times? Like an object that she might wear or keep with her?
Rosary or something.
She told us that what is most important is the light that is within us, that makes us up, not anything that we can own. True power comes from inside.
So she's a nudist?
No.
She's gotta have some material possessions.
She would have her robe like I wear. There was something else I think I saw once. A necklace. She wears it under her robe next to her heart.
Could you draw it for me?
Yes, I can draw it, I think. I need a bit of, Could I see your map for 1 second?
I mean,
You probably
do you
have
need
more paper. And a variety of colored pens.
Oh, if you have paper, then I'll take that.
And colored quills. I need it to be as accurate as possible, the drawing.
Oh, well, I'll do the best. I saw it from a bit of a distance away, you'll understand. And so she will sketch it out to you. And what she sketches is a familiar symbol that I cannot find. Aha!
Does it look like a bird?
Can I? Can I copy and paste, do you think, an image?
Yep.
Or
Yeah, oh yeah.
Literally every gift that comes up, I think it's you copy and pasting.
paste? I can't do it. You liars!
Well, what are you copying out of then? You
Uh,
can, if you have it as a file, you can drag the file into
Oh, yeah.
Discord.
Just did it.
Whoa, so extra.
Wow, an excellent artist.
And good memory, too.
Yeah, for seeing
Yeah.
that at a distance. Good job.
She critted
got-
her perception check. She doesn't like to brag about it, but you know.
Her map sucks, but this is spot on.
Can I do a history check on that? Or like a I don't
Sure.
know if there's checks to try and recognize it.
Yeah, or
You
can do
recognize that symbol
intelligence
from your
check.
previous adventure, right? This was the symbol in the Countess's
Oh, yes.
chamber.
Yes, Jamie remembers. I
I
mean,
don't know if
Minos
Minos does.
remembers.
No, probably not.
This looks a lot like a
does.
femur of a humanoid.
B got a 15.
Okay, so you would remember that this is indeed something that you came across, the Countess's study. It's a crest of the von Zarovich family,
Excellent. So it's
of
the
which
three.
Verona, Countess Verona, and her sister Nadia and their brother are a part.
Excellent. So it's a family crest.
Family crest. Ruling family crest, yeah.
Minos,
As
don't you
most crests
remember this
are.
from the last time we... I mean... Thank you. I've never seen this before. This is interesting.
Oh, I've also never seen this before.
No wink.
But I saw it before.
No wink.
If this will help you find Nadia, then I am eager to help.
It might. It might. I'll take the drawing and I'll pocket it, or I'll put it in my satchel for later in case I need it.
Is there a reward for finding Nadia?
Unfortunately, our village is a poor one. We've only just begun rebuilding.
I'm sure bringing her back to where she's going will be its own reward.
Yes.
But so would a blessing. Or
Mitch-
like some sort of permanent spiritual blessing.
But you do not need me to give you a permanent spiritual blessing. You can bless yourself.
No, but it'd be nice, someone else does it. It's always a little better. B is 100% not sold on this cult.
You
Really?
don't say.
I never would have guessed.
You must let go of this illusion of separateness. That there's a difference between you and me and any of us.
Okay.
I'm a lot furrier.
I guess we should go together.
Do people want to question Arnek? I think that was his name. The guy
Yep.
who originally found the kid?
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really? We don't want to just get going?
He's definitely
He's
sus.
been missing for a day. Yeah, but we know where we're going. The sister's been lost for a whole day.
We can't
What's
even
another
follow
hour?
a dead person's report
They're,
yet.
they're,
Gosh.
they're wasting away. Liam is pale.
20
Yeah.
minutes. Go.
He's super pale.
I think it's worth talking
He's
to
like-
Arnek about
Okay.
what
He's
went
low-key
on
jealous of
there.
that porcelain spoon.
Waiting to eat food. Waiting to talk. Waiting.
Iron Jaw, this person has the soul of a messenger. I must meet him.
See, that's at least a reason.
I would like to go to our next place.
Sure. So if you follow the directions that the priestess gave you, you reach the bottom of the hill, you can count 3 doors to your left, and you arrive at, again, all the log buildings look pretty universally constructed, whether they may or may not be businesses or dwellings or mixed use, but you can find a door and give it a whirl.
I'm gonna go around the back in case he tries to run away.
Sure.
I'll I'll knock on it. Arnik?
There's no answer.
Okay, guys, he's not here. Let's go.
Arnik! Minos will shout. Arnik, are you in
Can I-
there?
I open the door.
Okay. The door opens.
This is not protocol. This is not protocol. Do we need to go over rules and regulations?
No.
Oh,
Um,
I'm not an actual mailman, Peter. I know I delivered that message that one time, but I don't think I have protocols.
As Minos will walk in behind Rocket. Moonwalk into the blaze.
Tracking mud on the floor.
So inside is totally dark. The fire has not been lit, though there is a very great hearth almost in the entryway. You imagine the Regency's pretty severe winters. No lamps have been lit or anything. Complete darkness, very, very cold.
Can I put my hands near the fireplace to see if it's warm at all?
Sure. It is not.
I tried.
I don't think he's here.
Well, we're stymied.
You said there was a layer of snow on the roofs.
Mhm.
Is there a layer of snow like on the ground as well?
Yep.
Can I do like an investigation check to see if I can see like footprints that may have
Sure.
shown that he's come here or left or something?
Sure. Just to be clear, you're outside the building.
I didn't enter, yeah.
I'm outside as well.
I would,
perfect.
if it matters, I was thinking of doing an investigation check on the inside to see how recent there might have been kind of someone in here as well.
Peter, do you want a hand? Do you want a hand looking?
I'm pretty sure that he's just not home. These are just our footsteps.
Okay. I believe you.
So you definitely see your footsteps, you'd think.
Oh,
I would probably do the same thing around back. Since
Minos,
I would
do you need a hand, Minos?
Oh, I think there are people here. Look, I see footsteps leading inside.
Footsteps inside!
We're surrounded.
there's so many people here.
Ironjaw, looking up to the second story, you think you might have seen one of the curtains move a bit.
No, I'll yell up. Hello?
Hello.
Check upstairs. There might be someone up there.
Oh, okay. Rocket, let's check upstairs.
Yeah, go ahead, Minos. I'll follow.
Okay, Minos will run upstairs excitedly.
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Arnik?
What's this save on an orb of annihilation?
Oh, jeez.
So you go upstairs. All the rooms still dark. The only light is what is managing to come in through the windows, and it was evening, and time has progressed since you've gone up the hill to the abbey. Which, I mean, it was a hill, it wasn't a mountain, but still, and then come back down and so forth. So it's very, very little light coming in as the sun is almost completely set now. But it's what comes in through the windows that is casting a very, very dim illumination for you to see by.
You
As
will
a dark
sarcastically
vision,
say
if
to
that
Peter,
mattered.
Oh, okay. So you're already even in darkness, so that's fine.
Yeah.
There are several rooms on the top of the building. They're the second floor of the building. So you would have to sort of.
I would try to
pick
find
and
the window, I guess, that I could see Ironjaw
that leads
from.
leads onto the back. Sure.
Yeah.
So going in there, you enter what is clearly a bedroom. There is a bed, which is the biggest giveaway. But
Oh,
seated
it's a
in a big chair.
Can you tell if
don't
it
know
was a bed?
Shouting down the stairs.
There's a big chair, there's a wardrobe, and then you see a big burly man who is kneeling in front of the window.
I found someone! Hello, my name's Minos.
He kind of looks over his shoulder at you, and you can tell that he has been crying. His face is streaked with red, though he has a very big bushy beard, but the tears have frozen into it because it's very cold.
Oh, what's wrong?
How could you ask me that? It's all my fault.
What's your fault?
It's my fault that she's gone.
Oh, are you talking about Nadia?
Yes, of course. What else would I be talking about?
Why is it your fault that she's gone?
Because I'm the one who told him about it.
Oh, about the child, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, you were just trying to help the kid, right?
He pauses for a second and he looks confused, but then he nods and he says, yeah, I want to help the child.
Yeah, anyone would have done what you did. You don't have to blame yourself.
But it's my fault.
Yeah, well, can you tell I don't know if anybody else joined, I guess. Can you tell me more about the child? It's not from the village, right?
He will look confused for a second, but then again, his face will kind of resume its normal look, and he'll say, the child! There's a child! In a manor, exploring.
Oh.
He's hurt himself. He can't be moved. You must send help right away.
Oh, well...
He could die.
Open...
You know,
Nadia
tell us about
already
the
went
kid.
there.
That's right. Yes, to the manor, there's a child there. He's hurt himself. He can't be moved. He might die. You must send help.
How do you know this?
He'll look confused for a second, and then he'll say, the child, in the manor. He's hurt himself. He can't be moved. You must send help. He might die.
Minos will like shake his shoulders.
You already said this! You already said this!
The child might die.
The child might die! I know you already said this part.
Can we hear them, like, Minos starting to shake them?
You can hear Minos, for sure. The guy is kind of keeping a relatively... Like, he's upset, but he's not, like, shouting upset. Like, he's emotional. Where Minos, it sounds like he might be getting louder. I don't know. Is that
Yeah,
fair?
I guess he's getting frustrated that we're kind of, like, talking in circles. Also, Evan, camera, please.
Oh, sorry. I meant to...
Yeah, we're good.
Sorry about
Puts everyone back in place.
that.
Peter just finishes up his "We're sorry we missed you" sticker, and he sticks that on the door. He's like, "Oh well, I guess I should run upstairs and see what Minos is up to."
Yeah, I'll go with them and go upstairs.
They always fucking come when you're not home.
Or when you're upstairs crying out the window.
It happens.
Hi.
Those who wish may go up, and they will see an agitated Minotaur shaking an equally agitated, burly northern dude.
The child!
Neither seem to be getting much out of each other. They're locked in a Mobius strip of conversation.
Yeah.
At some points agreeing with each other, at some points disagreeing.
Well, this man was at a haunted manor and certainly seems to be not in a proper state. Could he have been cursed or charmed somehow?
Minos will like
I'm sure we
drop
could
him and
figure
be
that
like,
out.
Oh, magic. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's probably it then. I'm sorry about that, Arnick.
Rocket, do you have those glasses with you?
It's all my
I
fault.
do.
I wonder if you might be able to see something that we're not seeing.
I like to save them for like the big blast, the big thing, the big boom.
Okay.
Like,
you get 5
Okay.
charges, right? Of detect magic?
well, it's either 5 charges of detect magic or 1 of identify, I think.
That's right.
Yep.
And I
See, the trick
think
about good magic items is you need to get people to not use them.
Apparently someone used the fucking Blackthorn Trust emergency
He
lever.
cast a
Death
Smash in
ray
the case
on
of
me.
imminent death.
None of the other DMs are killing enough players. Somebody's got to pick up the slack.
I want to live.
Do you want to see if you can see like the images in his head? Because he seems to be delivering a message without any logic or reason for why he's delivering that message. Maybe you can see what he actually saw.
Absolutely. What could possibly go wrong? He will immediately cast Detect Thoughts.
There's a child in the manor. She might die. Or he might die.
He's hurt. He can't be moved.
There we go. Yes. I knew I was missing something.
So, B has heard this round a few times, I imagine.
What's different is you'll hear it in a woman's voice.
Okay. Well, I'm not one to judge. So, well, this is unusual.
That's fair. Yep. It is not a woman's voice consistent with the voice he has used up to now with you.
Okay, so it would seem as though it is a completely different person.
It would, unless he has a really good ability to alter his octave and pitch and accent and so forth.
B will communicate that to the rest, and then I'm going to try and probe deeper. So if I probe deeper, they must make a wisdom saving throw, and if they fail, I gain insight into the reasoning, if any, its emotional state, something that looms large in its mind, and if they succeed, then the spell ends.
Whoop.
They crushed it.
So, you try to probe deeper into his mind, and you will get an immense sense of malice, and then it's like you are shoved violently out psychically, and it's so strong that you actually stumble back physically a few steps.
B will lean into it a bit more and stumble an extra half step further than she probably
Fair
needed
enough.
to.
Yep.
And
Dramatic.
It. Yeah. You can Jean Grey it if you want.
Yeah, exactly. 100% that.
Our jaw will catch me.
And then drop her.
Lay her down.
Just so that she knows you could have.
Oh, you have no cushioning. That was very uncomfortable, but thank you.
The floor is harder.
That's what they all say.
Well, I wasted our time and I wasted B's spell slot, so I think that's my contribution.
Well, I mean, we didn't waste it. We know that there's someone probably I would assume that this is someone controlling him or charming him in some way.
You think there's another agent?
I mean, it's
acting to lure people to the manor.
It was a female voice. Let me see if I can imitate it. And can she try and imitate the voice?
Performance check?
This is gonna be awful.
The bard finally gets a performance check, and he says this is going to be awful.
You crushed it!
She's
So
got
you're
a
able
plus-
to
got a
deliver
plus 10.
what you think is a very accurate representation of the voice. It's a very hoarse, gruff woman's voice, repeating the same words. There's a child in the manor. He's injured. He can't be moved. He might die. You must send help.
Maybe we should ask the lovely cultists if they recognize the voice. on our way out, of course, Iron John. Of course, we're not.
Yeah, because we don't recognize the voice, right?
You do not. Sorry. That is supposed to be a new third party who has not been encountered yet.
He is just gonna put the pack of smokes a little further into her pocket.
Yeah, right. The vocoder comes out.
This might be a great time for me to use my spectacles for detect magic, maybe.
I mean, we kind of
really?
already know now.
Let him play his character.
10 minutes later.
I'll pretend to use them. Like, yes, I understand now.
Can we snap him out of it? What do we hit him? That works on a lot of charm spells.
Snap out of it.
Snap out of it.
Yeah, Arnik, have you slept? Have you done anything since yesterday?
He'll look confused, and then his face will resume its normal expression, and he'll shake his head. He won't say anything.
I'm gonna say I am so sorry. I'm gonna try to knock him unconscious.
You can coup de grace him. He's not putting up a
I
fight.
don't want to kill him. I just want to like.
No. Sorry. Yeah, I understand. You can treat it as a coup de grace. Whether or not you decide to inflict lethal damage, he is not resistant.
Okay.
You could smother him with a pillow at this point if you really wanted to. Like,
Okay.
Flat side of an axe.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming
like-
people are done. I just like want to see if that'll maybe break the enchantment on him or something. No one had any opinions? Okay.
Seems like a good plan.
Okay.
so you smother him until he's unconscious, or what is it? Or you just beat him? What?
Like hit him over the head with, I guess, the end of my axe.
Yeah,
Okay.
the mini Peter.
So you blackjack him essentially with your axe, and he passes out on the ground,
Yeah.
where he had been praying moments before for forgiveness.
Can we revive him?
It's okay. We're all the same person, so
Can
he
we
gets
do a
whatever
medicine-
forgiveness everyone else does.
Medicine
Maybe we
check.
should go to the mansion.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
might
you
be
can-
out for a
Oh,
while.
really? You think we should go to the mansion? I think we should go somewhere else.
We
Picture,
should
like someone
probably-
walking by this
Yeah.
house and being like watching all of this disaster from the window, kicking someone who can't be seen.
No, the
No,
curtains are
no,
shut.
the blinds are drawn.
Yeah, there you go.
It was in the
It
description.
looks out over the backyard anyway.
That's the perfect crime.
We
I
should
don't-
probably tell the priestess, maybe, and then she can keep an eye on him while we head to the manor.
B got a 17 on the medicine check.
You're able to revive him. He is not obviously dead. He is unconscious, but you can wake him.
Is he saying anything else?
Ow.
Oh, you slipped and fell. We showed up just in time. Are you okay?
My head hurts, but I've been worse.
Oh,
Is she back yet?
Yeah, tell us more. Who told you to tell? How did you find out about the child?
The child. And he'll look confused for a second. And he'll say, "There's a child at the manor.
God damn it.
He's hurt himself.
Who's supposed to be back yet?
He can... Nadia. Is she back yet? Have they found her? It's all my fault."
It's okay. We're gonna go look for her. You stay here and rest up.
Is this the same script that we've been getting before?
Yeah, like he seems to vary between two themes. In his more lucid moments, he talks about his feelings of guilt over being responsible for Nadia being taken, presumably. And then he has his sort of rote script of there's a child injured, can't be moved, might die, send help. Sometimes he varies the order of those things, the tenses of the verbs, but always very, very close to those words.
Okay. B's,
Minos is gonna
B's
bonk him
gonna-
on the head again.
Oh,
Oh my god, Minos. Be careful with that thing.
Just trying to find that gif of
That
a
goes down like a ton of bricks again. This guy's having a bad couple days.
I was
Oh.
gonna make him sleep, but that was much more efficient. Thank you.
Okay, we should probably tell the priestess what happened. And then we can
No,
go
Makes
to
no.
the
He
manor.
can't use the left side of his
No.
body.
We shouldn't do that. We should just go.
Just burn the house down.
Yeah, but he still
No.
has
Tie
the
up the loose
curse.
ends. No witnesses.
No, leave a gold piece, and then we'll go. That's a
He's
trade-off,
not
right?
a prostitute.
Wait, who's
Yeah,
gold
oh,
piece?
not a-
I have
not
no
a
gold
good
pieces.
one. Not a good one.
Before we
Fine,
head
it's
to the
over.
manor, Minos would take maybe a little jog up to the priestess to let her know that Arnix. I don't know if you want to RP it, but the goal is to tell the priestess that Arnix's been cursed and that someone should keep an eye on him. And I don't know if they can remove
so-
curses or not.
we don't have to RP it if you don't want. She'll accept your message. She has no
Okay.
reason to disbelieve you. She's pretty naive anyway. But when you say that, she will gesture, and a few other women dressed in her similar robes will head down the hill towards Arnix's house.
Okay.
A cult is being naive. That's original.
Do you know a raspy voice like...
You know, too raspy and Minos at the same time.
It's in character. Minos just sneezes all over the place.
Ooh,
B, I need you for a second. My voice can't.
You shouldn't be able
seem
to do a horse
this.
voice. You can only do a bull voice.
No, you're doing great, honey. Keep it up.
Oh, see,
She can come up and
here-
try.
No, I can't. I can't
She
do
wants.
it.
She wanted to watch him try one more time.
Okay. I failed.
Let's check that. B does it again. Her voice is a little more hoarse from the first time she did it, but she'll try and communicate that.
The priestesses will look thoughtful. They'll confer quickly with each other quietly. And then one will head into Arctic and the other will linger. And she will say, there were old stories in the times before Saint arrived of a boogeyman, if you will, that would sound something like that. Would sneak into houses at night and take the children. Cause all manner of distress and bad luck to people. But once Nadia came, all of that ended. All of our sorrows ended. There hasn't been an unhappy day since until now. And no more boogeyman.
Oh, because the boogeyman was scared of her, or because
Of course, the darkness cannot withstand the light. Even the smallest bit of light can cast away a great darkness.
but is it not light that also causes darkness and shadows?
You must
not how
awaken
light
the
works,
light
though.
in yourself.
Have you ever seen light? It pushes darkness away. Come on.
Unless something gets in its
He
way.
understands.
B is done being difficult. B is just gonna be like, okay, I
Is
guess we
she-
should go.
Is she really?
As we're walking away, she'll be like,
See?
Ironshaw, I can't believe you would embarrass me like that in front of those cultists. We are
They're
a team, and I need to know that we as a family are all one, a family unit.
They're just a little group of religious people. They're not harming
Yeah.
anyone.
Did you drink the Kool-Aid?
I don't eat or drink anything.
Exactly. So your mind should be clear.
Certainly
Great.
not human
I'm glad we're
flesh.
in agreement.
But really, you should be worried about what you're doing with your soul.
I am
I'm
worried.
pretty sure you only get one.
Let's not have a
To start.
deep conversation about souls.
Alright, well, all the more reason to get to this manor then.
Are we finally going to
B,
make
B
it?
is gonna
Are you sure you want to go to the manor? I don't want to rush you guys.
as B's gonna think about like souls and what her soul means and what she would trade it for or what she wouldn't.
Because like
Oh,
the manor is
walking.
page 2, so like I don't want to rush us.
We're there.
we should ask all the villagers about the boogeyman.
I think you should.
Every
You should
single
definitely
one.
ask each and every villager.
You
I
know
can
those
draw up a
legends
list
about
of
a
names.
boogeyman from 100 years ago?
A raspy voice
What do you-
like this?
Yeah, what do you know about that?
Okay, we're there. We get there.
Let's head off to the woods. Follow our little map.
So assuming you follow the map,
Mhm.
the manor is precisely where the priestess described. Cleverly screened by a copse of ancient trees and accessible only by a path that meanders between two high rocky plateaus on either side. It's sort of like an above-ground tunnel open to the sky. It is so narrow that only one person can pass at a time, and so you have to proceed single file if you're to proceed at all. As you round the last bend in the stone corridor, you spot the manor, a solitary, sprawling building that exudes a grim menace under the cloudy and by now, well into the night, sky. The blackness of the stone seems almost unnatural and tainted, gleaming dully from your light. I assume you guys have light? Do you
Yeah,
have light?
B is a lantern.
I need some kind of light, yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
Okay.
moon out?
I believe I said cloudy.
You did say cloudy, that doesn't mean the moon isn't out.
Well, it's out but behind the clouds, so.
Fine. Stupid
No,
amulet.
it is also
Yeah.
hiding.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's gone. There's no moon.
Damn it.
No vegetation grows around the manor. Years of erosion from wind and rain have exposed cracked rock, quite unlike the rich loam of the forest you just passed through. No sounds fill the air. No chittering insects, no calls from night birds, not even rustling leaves. Nothing but silence. The air is damp, dank, and dead. No breeze stirs. You shiver even under your cloaks. As you approach, the air seems to grow even thicker and colder somehow, and what little light that the night gives from the moon behind the clouds somehow becomes duller and duller until you must squint. Even then, you can barely see a foot ahead of you. Oh, now I can show you the manor. Huh.
Maybe we should wait until next session.
Yeah, let's do an important tour around the outside first.
Let's look at the shrubberies.
I hate so much about the things you choose to be. Also, I specifically said there were no shrubberies, alright? So fucking pay attention.
No, it's a copse.
The cops, yeah.
The cops was on the other side of the...
Yeah, and it had to tell us it was a copse.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that is.
It's like a grove, I
Yeah,
think.
it's a bunch of trees.
Yeah.
It's another word
A
for bunch.
small group of trees. Okay.
Yeah.
But not a
Good looking.
shrubbery.
But that's not around the manor. God damn it.
I'm helpful.
So that's the manor.
So we yell
Well,
out. We heard there was a child who is in need of help and couldn't be moved. Hello?
Now might be a good time to use the glasses.
No answer.
Mm.
Your voice echoes hollowly around you, reminding you of the futility of life itself.
Rocket, what do your glasses see? Whether or not you actually use them, she's gonna want some kind of answer.
Imagine.
Ah,
With no shrubbery.
Oh,
Not a single shrubbery.
peasant manner.
This is really spooky.
Can B's gonna do?
Thank you, Minos. Thank you. +1 to you.
I said
You
no
want-
shrubbery.
B wants to do
I
a
don't
perception check.
Anywhere.
B's gonna be. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Matt.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say B's just gonna do a perception check, looking for movement, anything out of the ordinary about the building, more so than what's around it.
Sure. Proceed.
Ooh.
18.
So, there is absolutely no movement around the manor. Sort of as I had initially described, like, no bugs, no animals. There aren't even plants around the manor. It's essentially on this bare, rocky ground. Yeah, so it's just sitting there completely by itself. Dead silent.
So, I have a spell I want to cast, but I don't know if it should work in the way that I intend it, so feel free to just have this fizzle.
Okay.
But
It
I
fizzles.
want to I want to try to cast locate object on that
Okay.
necklace description.
Sure.
In the text it says something I'm familiar with, an object that is
Okay.
familiar to you, and within 1,000 feet of me.
Okay.
And if it's in motion, I would know the direction of the motion. Yeah,
Sure.
so I don't know if I would technically be familiar with the necklace, but since we've seen the symbol before and there's the picture, I thought maybe I could print it.
Proceed.
Oh, there's the spell. Thanks, Ironjaw.
It can
It's
find
just
the
a spell
nearest
slot, so-
object of a particular kind. So you could also just try to find a an amulet of some sort or a seal. Although that might find one of our.
Yeah, this seems like a place that might have some old necklaces, so I wouldn't want to get that convoluted. And I just want to see if I can get a sense of this symbol somewhere.
I forgot to mention the mansion is clearly made of lead. Is that important for you guys to know that? Or sorry, is there a roll to cast it, or it's
No,
just
I cast the spell. It's just I expend the spell slot, and I guess use the DM and whether it's
Perfect.
successful.
So yes, it is successful. You definitely get a ping that you associate with the spell successfully picking up the object you're looking for, the specific object you're looking for. It's in the second story of the mansion, so it's on like a diagonal from where you are. So you can tell it's not on the ground floor, it's not beneath you, it's up. And in the manor.
Pick
Oh,
up
that's
where
handy.
you're cue. I'm going to do this, like symbols. I was on the top floor, and I'm going to slowly start walking up towards the front door. And when I get to the front door, I'm going to slam down on the side of it.
No, what? Don't go
Peter,
through the. Let's not go through the front door. Why don't we go up through the window? And Bee'll take out her pocket ladder.
Good plan.
As you approach the manor, a voice suddenly cuts through the darkness. The general is not at home. Return later.
It's not
We're
spooky
not here
anymore.
for the general.
Let's. Which window are we going in here, Peter? Ignore that weird voice.
Damn it.
Is it one of the front windows, Tim, that I sensed the object from?
On the second story, yes.
Yeah. So I'll point out to that window. I said, well, I'm getting a sense from up there that the necklace they described is up there. I whisper.
Let's go sneakily.
Wait, who just said that to us? You guys don't seem that particularly spooked by that voice.
It
The
sounds
general
I know.
is not at home.
We
Return
expect people to
later.
be in the manor. There's at least 3 people in the manor.
it sounds
Admittedly,
like
none of them are supposed to be an adult male.
True. It does sound like a voice recording. Maybe it's one of those high-tech fancy, like
Magic mouth
doorbell.
spells.
Yeah, door assistants. Who knows?
There's a lot of magic going on.
Anyone else want to come up with me? Why don't we start by looking through the window?
You're doing great. I'll hold the ladder.
Yeah.
B will just look at Minos as well. Minos, you just stay down here.
Okay.
I'm very worried that Minos is going to be clumsy. Okay, B will kind of climb up quietly and try to look in through the window.
The windows have been painted black.
What do you
Can
see?
She'll kind of just like take out a cloth, and try to prestidigitate the glass clear.
Painted black on the other side.
Can she prestidigitate the other side?
No.
It's made
not-
of lead.
It's
Lead and
sugar.
glass.
It's
paint.
lead-based paint. Is it open or is it unlocked?
No.
Can I see a latch that I might be able to unlock it?
There is a lock, yes.
Okay. Can B slip her dagger through to try and dislodge the latch?
Sure.
How? Is there a check or just she does?
I think it's a dex, is it not, to lockpick?
Yeah. If you have thieves' tools, you can add proficiency.
12.
No luck. The window is firmly sealed.
Ironjaw, this is your strength. Come on
Have
up here.
you tried breaking the window?
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
With these hands, I would
Or
hurt
rock?
myself.
Would you like a rock?
Please show me how it's done. You're
Wait.
gonna do great.
Guys, there's a lot of curses going on around here. We probably shouldn't be breaking
Or we can
stuff.
go in the front door.
The general is not at home.
The
Return
general is
later.
not at home. We should return later.
Yep. No, we know he's not home. That's okay. We
He's
weren't
kind of
expecting
old.
to be at home.
Oh wait, he's dead.
He's very dead. He was
Did
cursed.
we get the name of the general? Was that something we asked? I can't remember.
We got his last name.
Last name.
What was
yeah.
his last name?
Remember.
Mont Haversham.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I'll
Mont
get it for
something's
you.
close.
I think.
I thought it was
Montharthus.
Montharthus.
Is
Uh,
Mrs. Montharsis home? I shout.
Good.
She is not home either. Return later.
Oh, hey,
Are
cool.
their kids home? That's creepy. Who are you?
That is creepy.
I've brought candy.
Go away.
I checked the front door.
Yeah, just see if it's open.
Fine, we'll go that way.
So,
Hey, you're the one that didn't want to break a window.
Squinting, you spot a large door knocker on the front door in the shape of a leering gargoyle head that has been set into the double doors that lead into the manor. It squints back at you. The general is not at home. Return later.
Oh,
Is it
hello.
you? Are you talking?
No.
Figment of your imagination.
Can I use detect magic on it?
Sure.
I'll get out my spectacles.
Oh,
Those make you look stupid.
What are you?
What are you? You're rude. And you look stupid. Go away.
Can I just open the door and ignore this?
The door seems a bit resistant at first.
Well, yeah, the door knocker would be resistant as well.
Yes, the door knocker is clearly resistant, but when you put your hands on the door, it's like it's stuck, right? It's like doesn't give way easily.
Manos, can you give me a hand?
This is like the most relatable character.
I want to see what happens, and I'm gonna like actually ring the door knocker, and like smashing it kind of in its face. I'm like, you don't be rude to Rocket.
Oh! Were you raised in a barn? Don't smack my head into the door! The general is not at home!
Is anybody else home at all?
Why should I tell you? You smacked my head in the door!
Yeah,
Is anyone else home?
You're a door knocker. I knocked the door.
You're a door knocker!
It's true, actually. I just did it.
That's right!
Would you like anything as an apology for...
Yes, I would like you to go! The general is not at home!
We're not looking for the general.
Return
We already
later.
said that. We're looking for other people.
Aren't there other
who might
people
be
in the
here.
manor? There should be 2 priestesses.
The general no está aquí.
Huh.
Excuse me, Mr. Knocker. I am a registered mail carrier. You are speaking to a rank 32 of the MAIL organization. How dare you? How very dare you?
I respond only to rank 33 and above.
Minos, why aren't you doing what the gargoyle asked? You know that little piece of language that you didn't understand. That just said open the door.
Oh,
I did not say
that's
that.
what you said. Oh,
That's
I'm
exactly
sorry.
what he said.
So I'm gonna open the door, I guess.
Strength check.
Oh, please.
I think
Rocket
you're
already
better
tried
than
to open
the
it.
rest.
12.
You barely managed to push open the door.
I'm like staring at the door knocker like the whole time that I'm like pushing like the door.
Hey, where are you going? Don't open this door! Don't go inside this house! The general is not at home!
We're not looking for the general. I already told you that. I'm gonna
we
stuff
have
a
10 minutes,
sock
I can
in the
keep
door
this
knocker's mouth.
What is...
Yeah, that's better.
B is gonna start casting something, and if we happen to hang out for 10 minutes, I can cast silence on this.
Oh, what are you,
No?
Oliver?
Just gave a magic item to prevent.
Yeah, so you thought.
One of my sorry we missed you stickers on the door knocker as well. As we walk in.
So rude.
Love it. I won't even get involved here. You're doing great.
You haven't been home for 100 years. Sorry, I missed you.
Your parcel's definitely been returned to sender.
Okay, we go inside.
The front doors finally give way with a loud, stubborn screech of protest. Though it is almost certainly your imagination, it sounds like sneering, inhuman laughter. Just inside the doors, you see an atrium, but the only light is what you've brought with you, and it can barely penetrate the gloom. In the atrium, there is a series of steps that lead to a set of archways that govern an entryway into the manor proper. Between the archways are another large set of dark oak double doors, just like the front doors, but these ones have the sliding eye slots sit in them. These doors are also closed, awaiting your advance. So there's kind of like a room between two sets of doors.
Yeah.
Almost like a cloakroom, you could think of it like that.
Yeah.
Or if you've ever seen those houses where there's sort of like a little vestibule and then you go into the house. So that's what I'm trying to describe to you.
Okay. Okay.
You'll wait until everyone else goes in, because it looks like it might be cramped.
Yeah, I'll open the next doors.
You guys, I'll just open the window for you guys. Like, I'll go through with you, but like, not everyone has to come in, just in case this is like trapped or dangerous.
No, I'm going in.
So, try as you might, the inner doors do not open. They do not even budge.
Do they seem to be locked?
They have a lock, sure.
But if it is picked, can I try to pick it?
You can certainly try, yeah.
Sweet.
Yay, thief!
Yeah.
Sorry, rogue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
23 with the thieves' tools.
All right. So you hear a satisfying click that you associate with having successfully unlocked a set of doors.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't swing open when you push.
What if I pull?
Is it a pull?
Or pull. Or pull.
Could just be that the door knocker has to give us permission to enter. Like maybe he unlocks it.
I tried asking him, but he only cares about the general.
You'll take the sock. I'm gonna just assume it's kind of blocking view as well.
Or the mail notice over his face.
Yes, that one. B is going to try and imitate what she imagines the general may sound like.
Oh gosh. Do it.
Try. Is it even, no? Yes, she's gonna be like, "Oh no, I'm home now. Oh yeah, I see you've let some guests in. You should just open up that door." How many disadvantages should I do this with?
Just the one should suffice.
Just the one disadvantage.
16. Well, she'll take the sock out, but not the thing off the eyes.
Oh, okay.
So she can't.
That's the worst impression of the general that I've ever got. The general's not at home. Please return later. You miscreants.
Puts it back in.
So I'm gonna say this very out loud. I do have in my backpack some of the explosives from the ice wall mining job that I have kept with me, and it will almost certainly get through any kind of regular door.
Maybe you should use it on the front door to begin with, just in
like
case.
This one right here, right next to this door knocker.
Yeah.
We're gonna blow a hole in the floor, aren't we?
That wouldn't be good. You might blow the door knocker to bits. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
How terrible
I don't
would
see
that
any
be?
other way to get in this door, to get through this door.
I'm gonna revisit crashing the window strategy.
Does he have the sock still in his mouth?
Yeah, I might have to pull the sock out, like actually concerned for the door knocker, and be like,
"Oh, I don't know if you heard that, but they might be using an explosive on you. You should open this."
Actually, have an explosive. Equip him up.
Iron Jaw.
I missed that.
Oh, it could. He doesn't, or the door knocker doesn't believe that you have explosives.
Oh, you mean these? I guess it's got a sticker on his face. We'll peel the sticker off. It's for mining. It blows holes in rocks and mountains, and probably manners. I haven't tried yet.
Leave it here, and I will let you in.
Yeah, that's fine by me. I've got 3. Do you want all 3?
Yes.
No.
It's fine. We need to get in this manor. This is a fine trade.
You already made the sale.
I'm sure a door knocker could find something to do with some sticks of explosive.
Okay. Let us in, please.
This very wise door knocker.
I'm sure he'll become a banging knocker.
So, assuming you lay the dynamite down where the door knocker can see them.
Yep.
You'll hear an ominous creak from behind you. And as you turn, you will see that the doors have opened, as if of their own accord.
Minos dashes in before they could possibly close.
Walker follows.
See how easy that was?
You find yourself in an entry foyer, which is a large open space with a floor of black marble. It's glaringly stark, completely devoid of any furniture or decoration, clearly not intended to make visitors feel remotely comfortable or welcome. What you do notice inside the room, which could not escape anyone's notice, are 2 large, imposing demonic statues, each with 6 arms, standing to either side of the room, keeping a silent, eternal vigil over the foyer. Just beyond them is a set of small stairs that lead up to a second room that's raised slightly above the foyer. No other entry or exit is apparent to you from where you are.
You didn't ask what kind of general this guy was.
Big empty room, 2 statues facing each other, 6 arms, each one clutches a big boulder, and then beyond the room kind of goes up. There's like a lip, and it goes up into sort of a secondary space, if you will.
The room that I sent the necklace in, or potentially sent the necklace in, is it in the direction of up the stairs, or is it like behind us? Was it like at the front of the house, or?
No. It's further in. Okay. Yeah.
And upstairs, right? It was on the
and up.
Floor?
Yeah, that's correct. So both up and forward.
Ironjaw, you're the most quick of the group. Do you want to make sure that there's no traps or anything?
Yeah, sure. I'll have a look around.
Oh, Rocket, do you think these things are magical?
Minos will say as he points very close to poking the statue, one of the statues, I guess.
I'll use my spectacles and check it out.
So
and
detect magic he's casting.
Yeah.
So it is transmutation magic. Imbuing the statues.
I relay the information to Mano.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm not a magic user.
Maybe
I create things, damn it.
Maybe we just leave the being.
If you're using charges out of the monocle, you're getting advanced detect magic, which gets you the actual spell that's been used.
Oh,
if one has.
So this particular spell is used to petrify living flesh to stone.
They used to be real demons.
Oh.
Used to be real 6-armed figures with boulders.
Holding up boulders?
Yeah. But the statues look petrified, right? They look like stone, you said?
They look like stone, yep.
Okay. Trying to determine if it's a loaded spell to try and petrify us or not. Shall we?
Oh, they're posed, right? It doesn't look like they've been hit by a trap.
Perfect. Shall we?
I'm going up the stairs, keeping an eye out for stuff.
Just because Minos is skeptical of everything going on in the mansion, he's gonna tie rope around the statue's feet.
Okay.
Before continuing.
Oh, are you equivalent? Is this the equivalent of tying their shoelaces together?
Tying the shoelaces together, yeah.
Okay. At first, I thought he was like tying himself like a bungee cord or something. So he could
No,
find
no,
his
no,
way
no.
back,
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Finding the
Gotcha.
feet, yeah.
So if you step up the ledge sort of to the second space that still kind of admits onto the foyer, it appears to be a much more inviting, if you will, waiting room. There's a cushioned sitting couch in the southwest corner, and on it is a child's doll. In the northeast corner is a stairwell. It leads up and down, but a portcullis blocks the stairs leading up.
Oh.
To the right of the stairwell is a statue of a griffin, rampant, sitting on top of a pedestal. So it's got its paws up.
Does it look like the one off the sigil?
No.
You say there was a doll in this room?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yep.
B's interested in the
doll.
doll. She'll wander over to the doll.
It's very old and worn, but you can tell that in its day it would have been very fine, made of porcelain. The clothing is silk, obviously very worn and frayed now, but it was definitely a very ornate, fancy piece in its time, and its eyes are ruby.
Oh, are your glasses still activated? Is it a charge for time?
Per time I use them, I believe, yeah.
Cool. Do you want to look at the rubies in the eyes and make sure they're not soul gems?
Yeah, okay, good.
Totally are.
You're in the same boat that I'm in.
Yeah. I use them.
So the gems are not rubies. Or not soul gems, sorry, they're rubies.
Okay.
The rubies are not soul gems.
B's gonna cast mending on the clothes.
Okay, so you can freshen them up, you can clean them. Unfortunately, you can't quite restore them from wear and tear. I don't think you can make them brand new from the ravages of time, but you can certainly make them unsoiled, like
perfect,
fresh.
B's gonna like really just stare at it for a little bit, maybe a little too longingly, and then she'll put it back down.
Okay.
Does it look like anyone else has been here? Is it dusty? Are there footprints?
Give me an investigation check.
Cool.
Ooh.
8.
It is dusty, but you're not able to make out anything that would suggest either way.
Okay.
So my identify objects only lasts for 10 minutes. So I don't know if 10 minutes has passed or if it would still be going. If it's still going, I just kind of want to walk as far as I can toward the item.
So you would be blocked by the portcullis that is, so if you were to take the stairs going up, that would lead you closer. But right now there's that portcullis that's in the way. So the only available sort of directions, you could go obviously down the stairs because they're not blocked, or within the sitting room, there is an opening to the left as well.
Okay, can you do this portcullis?
Whoop.
Yeah, does the portcullis look like it's latched? Is it just heavy? Is it...
There isn't an obvious like lever mechanism either on the side that you're presently at, or even if you kind of like try to peer through the bars, you don't see one immediately on the other side either. Obviously not within reach, but even further in. So if there's a trigger, it's not immediately right there for you
in this room
to see.
Run around pulling all the candlesticks.
All the books.
Yeah. We've lost our DM.
Uh-oh.
He's shocked at that suggestion.
But candlesticks. Am I gone?
There you go. You're back.
You
now.
just came
Oh,
back.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so no candlesticks. Is that the last thing?
How about books?
No books. It's a sitting room. I told you it was in there. So you can go down the stairs, or there's an opening to the room to the left. I think I said. Was it the?
Yeah.
Sorry, the south or the bottom. So you've kind of come in, let's say, from the southeast to the true south of the room you're in, the sitting room. There's another opening to another room. It's not barred by like doors or anything. It's just.
All right, might also go take a look.
Those are,
There might be others.
that's all you see. Yeah.
Sure. Let's go explore the rooms then.
So you're heading to the room that sort of opens into the
Next to the sitting
room in the south.
Mhm.
No,
Okay,
we
perfect.
should totally split up.
Oh. Do you want to split up?
No.
No.
Do you want to go to the
Maybe
manor?
later.
So this
We
isn't
should
even
think
it.
about
You're
it
not
for a
even
bit.
there. This is like the boathouse. So
With the demon statues
Yeah,
and
like,
the serpent
statues.
stairs.
So this room that is being given into by the sitting room is a parlor of some kind. It's a large sunken room with a generous fireplace, which is presently extinguished, and a hearth situated in the northwest corner of the room. There are 3 small tables that would be big enough for groups of guests to sit around, consume tea and other refreshments. And there is a glass chandelier that hangs on a sturdy chain high above, but it is none of the candles within it are lit. So it's another big entertaining space, essentially.
Sorry, did you describe that there were more exits or
Sorry.
whatever?
Yeah, so moving into this room, you can head to another room to the south.
Okay.
Is immediately apparent to you.
Beal
Or
flick on
the way you came.
She'll flick on the candles on the chandelier.
Like you're prestidigitating them or whatever.
Yeah.
So I think you can get a good 3 or whatever going, or can you do
It
them
just
all?
says you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, so I can do up to 3 at a time.
Okay, so you do like in sets of 3, but eventually you'd get a. So yeah, so when you do light it up, it's actually quite spectacular to see the light coming from the chandelier. Very Phantom of the Opera opening act. So quite beautiful. But as you all head into the room, there is a sudden roaring sound, and the chandelier plummets down on top of you.
Oh my goodness.
Shit.
Oops.
I will need a dexterity check from everyone.
Thank
Check
goodness
or
we can
Saving throw or a
save?
check?
Probably a save, right?
Sorry. Yeah, a saving throw. Sorry, what did I say?
A check.
I meant a saving throw.
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad. It's supposed to be a saving throw.
Thank goodness we can all see the chandelier so well because it's so lit.
It's bright and flaming, and if it lands on you, that'll be really bad.
Yeah.
That's right, it's on fire. So it will do more damage.
Not to me though. I'd probably say, look at that. Iron Jaw's fine too. Sorry, Peter.
So is that everybody? I'm counting. And a tie is a save, I believe, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
So unfortunately, the only one who is unsuccessful is
Oh no.
the gnome, the beloved gnome, who takes the following damage. Woof. So you take 1 fire damage because it was illuminated, it was ignited, and then 9 piercing damage as the crystals embed themselves into your vulnerable gnome flesh, and you are knocked prone.
Oh,
Love
rocket.
that, really.
Oop.
Who lit this on fire?
She looks around.
Look over there.
She'll be like, oh dear, are you okay? It's so clumsy in these old houses. Let me see if I can help you up here. Have a juice box while I work on you here.
How did it miss everyone but then get the short person?
Maybe you were in the middle of the group. They all dodged, and it just smushed you.
B's gonna cast a first level Cure Wounds.
You just cure the fire damage.
So cast Cure Wounds.
Oh, 6 HP.
Oh, 6. Okay. I'll take it.
I see -6.
Yes.
Minus
Minus
6
6
damage. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Negative damage.
Are you feeling
Which is
better? I mean, you need some sugar there.
A little
Maybe
angry, but I'll do better.
No.
So-
Clearly, 100-year-old mansion would be a little bit out of code.
Oh, so all the
Yeah.
curses.
Did you want to
Yeah.
perform an investigation check, or you're good?
Yeah, sure. See if it's been cut, because it was a chain, right? It's not even like it was a rope holding it up.
Indeed.
Did you say it was a sturdy chain as well?
Yep.
I sure did.
I got a 5.
Yeah, you think that this thing probably could snap. You can't trust those thick iron links the way that you used to.
You gotta-
Especially when they're
Make
not rusty. It's a bad sign.
B got a 20.
The
Uh,
rest were the inside out.
something cut very cleanly through this chain, and the chain itself is quite strong. Like, it's not rusted, it's almost brand new.
Yikes.
It's
And-
clearly
Based on the cut, how far along? Like, would it be cut from another room? Would it be cut from within the room?
It's impossible for you to tell.
Okay.
clearly this was a hate crime against gnomes.
What I observed, or what any of us observed, did the chandelier come crashing down like the moment the final candle was lit up? Or was it like lit for a while?
No, it was lit for a while. It only came down when all of you seemed to be in the precise spots you needed it to be for it to hit you all.
Okay.
So we
It's
should spread out a
very
little
spooky.
Nope. Still a hate crime against gnomes.
Minos would like to take a
I-
look at the hearth, around the hearth area.
Okay.
I don't know if I need to be very specific as to what I'm looking for. Maybe I'll just give investigation or perception.
Of the hearth, of the room, of anything.
Perception? No.
Sure.
I got an 8.
The hearth is cold.
Okay.
Probably hasn't been used in a while.
No fire. Minos says as he's like pushing, like touching around the inside of the hearth. No flame.
Basically.
Not dangerous at all. Can't be lit on its own. Maybe I should just really get right in here and check up in this chimney.
So if you're satisfied with this room, there is a room to the south again, or you can go back to where you came. You can investigate things. It's totally up to you what you want to do. I don't want to limit you.
I want to tune into my male instincts
Hmm.
and see if I can sense anyone who I might recognize from my male days. And by that, I mean I would like to detect good and evil and
Sure.
know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet.
Oh.
Unless they're
Unless,
behind a bit
unless
of lead.
I'm total cover.
Oh, total cover. So it would have to be in this room, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I don't know like how that would work for invisibility or anything. But
It
Yeah,
works if they're invisible,
Yeah.
in that you know they're there. You don't get to see them or whatever.
okay.
I don't even think it gives you specific position. I think it just lets you know that they're there.
Yeah.
Like it's binary. Yay, nay.
Dude, did I sense anything, Tim?
Oh, sorry, it's not a roll thing. You do not sense in this room any of the things you mentioned: undead, fiend, or celestial.
Whew. No bosses here, guys. No bosses.
Tim,
How's
Tim
us?
quick run through of what's left in the room.
Some tables.
Sure. Yep. It's a parlor, so there's 3 small round tables where you imagine guests would sit and have tea and refreshments in front of the fireplace under the beautiful chandelier that almost killed you. And that's all that's immediately apparent to you. But there is a room to the south, and then you can head back the way you came, which was a sitting room or a room. Yeah. So it had like a couch. Yeah, exactly. You got it.
B's good to go check out the tables, see if there's anything on them or underneath them, around them.
No, the tables have all been cleared, so there isn't even any like unused glasses or anything. You imagine
Perfect.
the serving staffs would have taken them all away. So,
Okay.
Just a coating of dust.
Shall we go on to the next room?
Let's go.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's be
Maybe in
careful.
like
The
single
curses.
file or something.
So, you can see an empty, old, dusty dinner table. Who would like to enter this room?
Not me.
I'll go.
I'll go.
Go. Is it like dark? There's
Like, Well, because the chandelier kind of fell, so you're not getting any light from that. So it'd be whatever light you have that didn't kill Gnome, covered in gnome blood.
I probably have a lantern on me.
So yeah, you would have the light of that lantern then.
I have that handle on a helmet that got...
Okay. You would have that then. Sorry, so who's in the room?
Okay.
Everybody but Rocket,
I'll go
I
last.
think.
I'll join. I was going last.
Okay. As you all step into the dining room from the tea room, the air grows warm. Suddenly the room comes to life, as if someone spilled cans of colored paint all around. It's lit up, the walls are freshly painted, all of the furniture is gleaming, and ghostly apparitions appear seated around the table. A large dinner party is being held. A roasted hog materializes along with all sorts of food. Jugs of foaming ale are shared between the ghostly companions. A large spectral human man stands at the head of the table, wearing freshly polished armor. He says nothing to the other guests, wearing a serious scowl cemented on his face, but the rest of the guests seem to be enjoying themselves.
Do any of them look familiar from the pictures we saw of the Countess?
No.
Okay.
Oh, hello. Minos will say. I'm Minos. Didn't mean to disturb your dinner.
The room abruptly goes dead silent. All talking and laughter ceases, and as one, each of the ghosts turns its head and looks directly at you. Then the man at the table suddenly rushes towards you, floating right through the hard wooden dining table. You should not be here! Leave this place! He screams as he rushes closer, and I will need a Constitution save from everyone.
Oh, everyone, good.
Oh, B is not Connie.
B is not Connie.
So, well, this time Rocket has company. So you each take 2 thunder damage, and you are both deafened.
What?
Before we continue, what happens with the ghost and the ghost party in this kind of moment?
As after he lets out that reverberating shout that strikes very hard and affects 2 of your party members, everything vanishes except the table. So all of the room is empty and dark and cold again. The ghosts are gone, and there's no sign of the man who rushed to you.
Oh, did
Now
everybody
B should
see
be able to
that?
mimic the general.
Wow, guys, that was really weird.
Shh, B.
What?
You're gonna...
What?
Mine also put like a finger,
Yes.
I guess, over his mouth.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
we should
you're
be quiet.
loud. You're
right.
loud.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Uh-oh, something's wrong with B.
Yeah, and also she's deaf, I think.
Bitch says what?
You know I'm saying what?
Rocket?
As you discuss,
Wow.
or as you assess your companions to see how they're doing, the room suddenly bursts into flame.
Oh
Fire
my goodness.
pouring in from all directions and quickly consuming all the furniture around you before leaping onto you.
What is happening?
Wisdom save, please.
Oh my gosh.
So, Tim, I get advantage on wisdom saves against magic. Would I get that advantage?
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Come on.
That won't matter.
Not one.
Oh my God.
It did matter! It did matter! Unfortunately for the mailman and the Minotaur, they were unsuccessful. They take 3 psychic damage each from the spectral flames before the fire vanishes, and you notice immediately that once the fire vanishes, nothing in the room appears to be burnt, and you yourselves are not actually harmed by the fire.
Oh my
However,
goodness. Oh.
both Minos and Peter are frightened of this room. And they
Ooh.
immediately barrel through the large double doors at the south of this room into the next room to get away.
That seems like a good plan. I
That's
follow.
fair.
Yeah.
Great, this room sucks.
So, this is another large room with a large chandelier hanging from the high ceiling. What's the worst that could happen? But different is that it's clearly an old dance floor, and a large glass folding door opens onto an alfresco area on the east wall. Materializing out of thin air ahead of you, you see the man who had rushed at you and screamed at Bee and Rocket, but he appears much younger. A beautiful woman also materializes from nothingness, dressed in a flowing black gown, her eyes dark and dangerous. He holds her close to him and looks lovingly into her eyes, and she looks back into his. He says, "We will disappear, just the two of us, my love." And she replies, "Oh, General Montharthus, but what of your wife? And we have so much work to do, the two of us." "Never mind her. She will cope, and your army of undead. But let us not talk of this tonight." And the apparitions fade, and the room is once again empty.
What?
Guys only want one thing.
I immediately,
And it's an
Massive
army of the undead.
I immediately go to like the perimeter of the room and they just like lean against the wall. Trying to like stay away from the chandelier as possible.
Did we
the woman
recognize
isn't
the woman?
Countess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The woman is the Countess.
Okay.
Hey.
Mm.
I'm interested in this alfresco dining area.
Sure. So if you open the glass doors, it's fine. Like it's not locked or too difficult to open. You find a fenced-off private swimming pool area with 3 ruined deck chairs. They've been exposed to the elements for almost 100 years and did not hold up super well. The water remaining in the pool is still and algae green. Nothing can be seen beneath its surface. It's so murky. But every now and then, a ripple breaks the surface.
Oh, stay away from
There are
that.
multiple. There are multiple skeletal remains around the closest side of the pool, but what catches your eye is something twinkling in the light of your lantern. A gleaming, bejeweled box lays on the deck beside the pool on the opposite side from where you are. So you go through the glass doors, there's a pool on the other side, bejeweled box. Some skeletons, some broken deck chairs.
Well, that might
Murky
be
pool.
important.
How long is Bee deafened for? Unsure. Just
You can
go-
medicine check it if you want.
okay. I'll just basically continue on as though she is deafened until you tell me she is no
Okay.
longer.
If you're healed in any way, the deafness will go.
Okay.
So if you regain 1 hit point for any reason, you would also be cured of your deafness.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, being deaf. This is nice.
Only we had someone that had like pools of individual hit points to heal people with.
Yeah, no. I was trying to come up with a way to do it in character. Now that you've just called on me, look 'em up, and I'm just like,
Don't you just stick a stamp on their forehead and they feel better?
Yes.
I'm just not going to do my job. Peter Post, afraid and frustrated, will march over to be like, I was gonna do this, and I lick a stamp and stick it on, being like, here's 1 hit point.
You're not dead!
What? Oh, hey guys.
Do I also need Rocket? Are you also deaf?
I am. I'm enjoying it, but I'll take the sticker if you got one.
The stamp, but sure.
How are your hit points too?
The stamp.
Because she can also Peter can also heal your hit points if you need as well.
I'm down 6.
Okay, you get
Just so you're
Stick?
aware.
You
hit
get one.
points.
How are you down 6 hit points? Didn't you get
Got hit by a chandelier and then a ghost.
So in total, we're doing it 7.
Wasn't that
You-
8 and 2?
Hit by spectral fire too.
No, it was 10
Except it was no
and
me.
yeah.
Oh, it was 10. Okay,
Yeah.
I understand. I can't count.
Sorry, Jen, what happens?
I healed you for 6. I just took from my pool of healing.
Oh my god, amazing.
Cool,
The acoustics in here are great.
Yeah, that deafening ringing is not in this room. That's amazing. It must have been only in the previous rooms.
Oh my god, make me deaf again!
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if no one else has any better ideas, I'll wander over to grab this box. I'm down for going to get the box.
Before you do, Minos is gonna go and take up all the bones so that they're not together or anything. Like tossing the skull in the other room.
Are you
tossing
tying them
like
together
a
with
femur. Yeah. Just not trusting.
Okay.
Unless someone
bones.
feels like levitating the box to the
And just
close side of the pool.
call out that it is 9:30, so keep an eye on the time for when you.
Yeah,
when-
we're
you
about
got an eye on
to-
it. That's
to
good. That's
call
good.
it
Just wanted to
already.
have a reminder.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's keep an eye on the pool.
Iron Jaw, you have your water controller, right? Can't
I
you
do
just
have my
like,
water controller.
Freeze the
spread
surface.
it over?
I guess I could probably ice over the surface a bit to control water.
I also have Mage Hand, but like,
Oh, you know,
Maybe.
if you feel like it.
I mean, if I must. So I'll get it out of my bag. I'll get like my little like bird, Winston, who will like my mechanical bird, and I'll send him over as my Mage Hand to like grab the box.
Well, it seems way easier.
So as Winston goes over, grabs the box, he's got it in his little talons, and he's flying it over the pool, and he is disintegrated by a ray shot from the pool. And the box drops into the pool, and this floats its way up. Oh, I was so hoping.
Winston, no!
Shape water.
It's shaped water.
I was gonna say this. That's
Hey.
even way stronger than I was expecting. Holy shit!
Oh my god! Back in the house. Everyone, back in the house.
And that is where we will end it.
Oh man. We're not really doing that
good.
well with like bird familiars in this campaign.
Yeah, this has been a
Alas, poor
scarred
bird.
return back to this house, to the Raven.
Everyone loves a good callback. So again, that is where we will end it, with a beholder-seeming creature rising from a pool-seeming area, having just annihilated a bird-seeming device.
It's a lot
Man,
of
these
seeming.
birds do not last long.
All right, so that's a wrap on part 2 of Tim's adventure. We will be playing out the last and final part next Tuesday.
Will it be the last? Will it be the
we'll be
last or
playing
the
out the
third
next
in a
part.
50-part series?
Next Tuesday at 7:30, and if you'd like to see any previous adventures, they're all on the YouTube channel. And so thank you to Twitch. Very active chat today, was very, very cool. And thank you to anybody who's watching on YouTube. We will catch you all next time.
The manor was page 2, guys. Page 2.
Of